Hi everyone, my name is Harsha. So today in this video we are going to talk about data JPA, or you can say JPA. So basically JPA stands for your Java Persistence API. So basically this JPA is nothing but a ORM which is provided by the Java. So ORM means your object relational mapping. So we will understand what does this mean. So this ORM is basically is used for storing an object in your MySQL or SQL, in your SQL queries. It will directly convert this particular object and into your particular SQL query, and it will take the values from this particular object and it will store in your databases like SQL. So suppose I have created a class, a user class which have student details like ID, marks and name. I have to store these details in your particular SQL. So I will use this ORM object mapping. I will create one object of student which carries the student marks, name and ID. According to this, when I just pass this object to JPA, JPA will automatically convert this particular data it will automatically map this particular data according to a database, and it will create one particular column for your marks, ID and your name, and it will store the data according to that. So this is how the ORM works. So basically when you talk about this JPA is provides some repository, so which we will implement in our particular Spring. So before going to that, we can say this particular JPA provide two interfaces. One is your entity manager factory, which provide the object for your entity manager. So this entity manager give you some functionalities like read, update, create, and remove, etc. These functionalities all was provided by your entity manager. So when you want to create this, when you want to implement this particular JPA with your with your particular Spring, so you have to create the user interface or your user repository. So when you talk about the Spring, so there is one more layer which is provided by the Hibernate. So JPA told us how and which method is going to be we have to implement this, how we have to write this particular ORM. But this ORM is totally implemented by the Hibernate in the case of your particular Spring. So there are many vendors which implement this JPA like your Hibernate, Oracle, etc. So whenever I want to create some particular interface, I will create one user repository interface, and which is going to be extended by your current repository, or you can use the JPA repository. So this is particular will provide the more functionality to you. So this is how the data, once it is extended, we will define the methods in particular user interface one, and it's going to be automatically implemented by the Hibernate, and our data going to directly stored into our databases. So this is how your data JPA works. Thank you so much.